Welcome back, guys, to Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutors Gambit. With our second case having begun, we found our murderer from our first murdered in a prison where he shouldn't be, of all places. Speaking of things that shouldn't be, this glove shouldn't be in this location, so we're about to deduce that, as Edgeworth's probably about to face off against an old teacher, old friend, I'm not sure, in the guise of Eddie Fender, someone from his past, that's for sure. Right, we're presenting that inmate use only glove with this door sensor where supposedly no prisoners were in this workshop today. Eureka! To move onwards. Prisoners aren't able to come and go from this workshop as they please. The door sensor would detect their bracelets and the alarm would sound. What's more, according to the guard, no prisoners were authorized to be in this room at all today. And yet, here we have a rubber glove, of the kind you issued to inmates. This is a clear contradiction. So where did the glove come from, sir? I don't know, detective. Not yet, anyway. All I know for now is that the glove is a valuable piece of evidence. You. Apart from prisoners and guards, who else has access to this room? No one, sir. This is a prison, after all. Prisoners and guards are pretty much all there is. Mr. Fender? Come on, don't play us like that, friend. We both know that's not true. You know as well as I do that prisoners and guards aren't the only ones who can come in here. Huh? Do you mean... But, sir, they're... Mr. Fender, would you care to get to the point? Who exactly are you talking about? What? You don't have a pair of peepers in that hard head of yours? You didn't see them on the way in? Wandering about in the corridors, chilling with their buds. I bet if you moseyed on out that door right now, you'd trip over one of them before you'd taken a step. Listen, pal, we just had about enough of your baloney. Take a chill pill, big guy. I'm on your side. You know, for such a wide fella, you have a very narrow mind. What did you... Hold it! Detective. Sorry, sir. Look, just follow me, okay? Seeing is believing, isn't that what they say? On March 27th at 11:06 a.m. I'm still enamored by this really weird rock in the middle of the room with a tire on it. What's going on? This prison's so weird. This is no ordinary slammer. Here, the humans share their space with some special friends. Okay. What? Must smell. I don't know. Animals. Yep, furred and feathered fellas of all shapes and sizes. Guard filled me on how it came about. Seems they decided to try a little experiment in animal therapy a few years back. Well, the cons were assigned a career each, a buddy to help keep their spirits up. Really? Wow, that sounds like so much fun. Wait. Taxpayers would hate this. I don't know. They all get a free pet. Free feed and stuff? What? You know there'd be an outcry. Plus, inmates can even earn pet care qualifications as they go through some job training with the animals. Oh, that must be with all the equipment in the workshops for. What it all is for. You got it. Room set up specifically for that training stuff. So, when you said somebody else could have been at the scene of the crime? Exactamundo, big guy. I was talking about these guys. That just means you're still talking baloney. What would an animal do with a rubber glove? Good question. All I'm saying is that it was possible. The rest is Mr. Prosecutor's problem. Miss Edgeworth, sir. You want me to arrest this piece of baloney? Just say the word. Let me get this straight. Are you saying these animals can wander freely around the prison? You know those sensors on the doors? They detect the prisoner's bracelets and sound the alarm when somebody goes walkabout. Well, for our furry friends, it's the other way around. They're fitted with microchips that open doors right up. They are? Well, this is dumb. They're implanted just under the skin around the shoulders. Big needle, quick jab, and voila! What? Doesn't it hurt? Nope, they don't feel a thing. That's what they tell me anyway. Now, where was I? There's so many problems with this. What if you extracted the chip? Right, so the point is they're not the baddies here, so there's no reason to punish them. It's ironic, really. Here in this institution where the humans are caged, the animals are free to roam to their heart's content. Weird setup. Lots of security loopholes, I'm sure. They're not completely free, though. They can't leave the prison proper, for one thing. No sensor on that big mother of a door out, you see. Ah. What's that tinkling sound? Sir? Just look at that thing. And is that a bell around its neck? That explains the sound, I suppose. Mr. Edgeworth, were you seriously trying to stare it down? I refuse to lose to a dog. Not for nothing, sir, but your dog handling skills could use some work. Leave it to a pro. I know how to treat him right. Come on out. Come here, Gummy. Man, ignored by a dog. That dog was certainly very different to the other animals. And it seemed to have a real thing against me and only me. Alrighty then, you met the menagerie. What's next? Guess we better interview some witnesses, right, sir? Indeed, we need more information regarding what was happening around the time the body was found. Let's start with that guy. Hey, you there in the cell. Ignored again. Hello, we were wondering if you might be able to tell us anything about this morning's incident. Is anyone else a little afraid of this guy? Eh, not a big talker, huh? It's alright, man. I'm on your side here. Let's start with a handshake, huh? Maybe a hug to break the ice? Seconds out. What's that supposed to mean? Hey, I get it, man. Not everyone's the hugging type. I'm cool with that. What? Is that like a polar bear or something? I don't even know. Round 1. 10 reps each. What is this man up to? I better see what he has to say for himself. Your name? From the blue corner, it's Rocco, D259 Carcerato. Don't mind if I keep moving, do you, boss? Fire can't let his heart rate drop, see? It doesn't know that there's any danger of that. Don't you worry you'll lose too much weight doing all of that. Gotta make weight before a fight, boss. Won't even make it to the ring if you don't. So you're... Wait, I get it. You gotta be a boxer, right? Was, back in the day. But it's good to stay fine fit. Leastways, that's how I see it. So is the bear part of your training too? It's like, kind of like an apron. It's so cute. Ain't nothing cute about Teddy. Kid's my partner, see? This here polar bear keeps me on my toes. He seems to have loosened up a little. Now's my chance. Where were you and Teddy at the time of the incident? Come on, boss. I ain't no stoolie. And I don't know nothing no-how. I'll be the judge of that. Please answer the question. You punched drunk or something, boss. I told you. I don't know zip. So we won't play ball. Guess there's only one thing to do, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. The more he protests his ignorance, the more certain I am that he's hiding something. Alright, let's see exactly what you do and don't know, shall we, Mr. Carcerato? It's chess boxing! Chess boxing! Now, let us analyze the state of play. He adopts a boxing stance when he's on high alert. My guess is that things won't go well if I push too hard at such moments. When my opponent is on the offensive, I should remain calm and bide my time. He's bound to reveal an opening eventually, which is when I'll pounce. First, let's see if our friend here knows anything about the incident. I'll start by asking about his movements. And bring this fight to an end before he knows what hit him. And tell me about your day so far. Why don't you start by telling me what you've done today? You will answer me, Mr. Carcerato. What? You want to shot the champ? Is that it? Then put him up, pal. I guess I bided my time. Thrown in the towel already? That's got to be a record. Fisticuffs is hardly my style, but I'm more than happy to take you on in a game of chess. Incidentally, don't you get tired ducking and diving like that all the time? You think I don't got the stamina, kid? Oh, just you try me. I guess I'll... Waiting then? Oh, believe me, I will. I'm interested in finding out what these things are, except for that I'd probably lose really quickly if I did. I ain't tired. Not today. Not ever. Especially not today. Took it real easy this morning. Had me some quiet cell time. Hardly broke a sweat. Really? You look pretty sweaty to me. Give me a break, will ya? I'm done talking, okay? I'm tired. Yeah, real tired. I thought you took it easy. You may have kept your boxing skills sharp, Mr. Carcerato, but I'm afraid your lying needs quite a bit of work. Tired? Really? I hardly think that's possible. Especially not after you just told me about your quiet cell time this morning. Oh, well, we gotta be careful here, Teddy. When this guy learns, he learns. Oh no, the weights are off. He's hiding something, I'm sure of it. I should try asking him about what was happening at the time of the incident, both in and outside his cell. I won't need to use my fists in this next round. No, I'll deliver this knockout using carefully chosen words alone. So I guess, what were you doing? Do you remember what you were doing at the time of the incident? I was, catching some Z's. We both was. The incident happened only a short while ago. You seem wide awake, all things considered. Well, I'm obviously biding. Fight's gotta be able to get up quick when he's down, but he needs his beauty sleep too. Builds muscle. Is that so? Then I apologize for waking you. I have read that rest is an important part of any boxer's training regimen. You don't say? So Mr. Prosecutor's savvy when it comes to the fight game, huh? Who knew? I mean, I guess, how do you know my profession? Is it because I'm wearing red? Interesting. How do you know I'm a prosecutor? I don't remember telling you. You've been eavesdropping, haven't you? You've been listening to every word we said out here in the corridor. Which means you weren't asleep, and that you were lying again. You're good, kid. Caught me clean with that one. Alright, I admit it. I wasn't catching no Z's. But what? A guy can't work out his cell no more without lawyers getting involved. Or is a man taking care of himself a crime now? The fact that we now know he was awake is an important development. It could well prove to be a useful clue. I guess I'm asking, what was it like around here? Did you notice anything strange around the time of the incident? What do you mean, strange? Don't play dumb. Answer the question. Tell me what was going on around that time. Wish I could help you, boss. But I was asleep. We both was. Time to deploy my clue. You were exercising. Enough of your barefaced lies. You weren't asleep. You were exercising. You told me as much yourself. Ugh. A counterpuncher? Should have seen that one coming. Seems I have you on the ropes, Mr. Carcerato. It's time to come clean about what you know. Alright. You don't gotta shout about it. Stomping around like you own the place. Teddy and his pals have been scared enough this morning already. Already? You've done well to endure this long, but I fear you'll soon be out for the count. You say the animals have been scared enough already, which implies something happened here earlier. Well, what was it, Mr. Carcerato? Quit it, will you? Getting shellacked here. Fine. Somebody yelled, okay? Real loud, real scared. Got all the little guys scared too. Yeah, laugh it up, Mr. Big Shot Lawyer. Let me see you do the same thing in the ring. Checkmate. I think we've now established that you know more than you're letting on, don't you? Fine, I'll talk. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's not get carried away, Kay. Our work here has only just begun. Hey, can we call a timeout here for a sec, guys? There's something super big I need to say. It's just, well, it's like fate brought us here today after all these years, Edgeworth. And it's a real privilege watching how you work. Eye-opening stuff, in fact. Just thought you should know I'll be telling you-know-who what you've become. Who know who? Keen to get the lowdown, huh? Well... Hold it! That's enough. This has nothing to do with Kay. Whoa, don't have a cow, man. Why so sensitive? Report whatever you wish to whomever you wish. You just do it on somebody else's time. Whatever you say, boss man. But I think he should know at least. You know how you've been living your life since you signed on to doing things the Von Karma way? After all, you've disappointed him enough for one lifetime already. Am I right? What's he talking about, Mr. Edgeworth? Nothing that need concern you, Kay. Our focus should be on Mr. Carcerato. Now, shall we continue? It's time to hear the truth at last. Yeah, you won't land a glove on me, kid. Now it's testimony time? There was a show, finished right around 10 a.m. Came back here after, did me some training. Leastways, I tried to, barely got to the count of 2 before somebody screams, "What the? Ah!" Guy was hollering and howling, crying for help. But what can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tunes it out, gets back to work. I find it curious that you would pay so little heed to a desperate cry for help. Like I say, boss, what can I do? Besides, this is the joint. Don't nobody thank nobody for getting involved in what ain't none of their concern. I hear you, brother. Best you could do is rub a neck from in there anyway, am I right? You mentioned trading, Mr. Carcerato. I can't help but notice how well equipped your cell is. There's a guy, the fixer they call him. What's a fixer? Fellow who can get his hands on just about anything you need, for a price. No way! Think you can find me a... Perhaps, Mr. Carcerato, what you ought to ask for is a beginner's guide to giving better testimony. Because I can promise you that you'll be down for the count in 1. You put me down? Try it, you bum! What am I, chopped liver? There was a show, finished right around 10 a.m. Hold it! What kind of show was it exactly? Depends on the day. They bring him in from outside, see? Singers, dancers, all kinds. Gives us cons a little something to look forward to. Nice, that sounds like fun. And you went along to see today's show? Sure did. Can't miss a chance to get a glimpse of the outside world now, can I? Then it was over. Came back here after, did me some training. Hold it! What did this training involve? Let's see now. Today was stamina and rhythm work, which means jump rope. What? In that tiny cell? How? And what about Teddy? Isn't that dangerous for him? Kid's no dummy. Second I get my rope out, he jumps up and holds on tight. You jump rope with a polar bear clinging to your chest. I told you, didn't I? We're partners. Besides, a little extra weight's good for me. Anyway, I started jumping rope. At least once I tried to. Barely got to the count of 2 before somebody screams, "What the? Ah!" Hold it! Tell us more about the scream you heard. It was the scream of a guy about to scream his last. And I should know. Whoa there, good buddy. There's a time and a place, you know. So it was clearly audible. Guy backed into a corner, fighting for his life. You ever hear something like that, boss? Well, I have. And yeah, it was clearly audible. Guy was hollering and howling, crying for help. Hold it! And that's all you heard? There was nothing else? Nope, nothing much anyhow. So there was something. What else did the victim say? You have to tell me. Oh, I do, huh? Why don't you come on over here and I'll see if I can make you score like he did. Whoa, 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 whoa! Forgive the kid here. He doesn't know when to quit. Come on, Miles. Apologize to the good man. This is clearly important, and yet he insists on remaining infuriatingly vague. But friend, how about you let this slide, please, for me? So yeah, I heard the voice, like I said. What can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tunes it out and gets back to work.
Hold it!
You were able to concentrate on your training even after hearing all that screaming. But if he was on the outside, maybe things would have been different. Maybe I'd have seen what I could do. But this ain't the outside. I can't go no place even if I want to. And you didn't think to slip out from your cell to go sneak a peek? I don't think anybody else would have thought of doing that except you, Kay. If only this wasn't a prison, Mr. Knight might have lived. I somehow doubt it. Frankly speaking, there was no saving him. What? But if somebody could have just gotten to him in time... Mr. Carcerato was clearly lying. What I don't understand is why. Let's see what I can uncover by pointing out the contradiction in his testimony. Alright, well, let's go to... the first instance of noise for someone who got stabbed in the throat. Instantly dead.
Objection!
Are you listening carefully, Mr. Carcerato? Huh? Do you want to be cute or something? The victim died from a wound to the throat, and very quickly at that. He had neither the time nor the ability to scream as you claim he did. You say you heard the victim's cries, and yet that would have been impossible.
But there must have been a scream. He said there was.
He said there was?
Quit looking so smug, will ya? Fine, I admit it. I didn't hear nothing, alright? But the guy in the next cell did. He told me so.
The next cell? You mean...
What do you want? I heard a scream. What of it? We came back from the show and they put us in our cells, same as always. And just like I told this guy, I heard it. A scream. A real scary one.
Scary how exactly?
Didn't tell him this part, I guess, but it was kind of like... Eek! Someone, anyone, come quickly. He's... something like that.
Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim. Indeed, it sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body. Ah, that explains it. So Mr. Carcerato was telling the truth. More or less. Is that really the case, though? Are there really no problems now with his testimony? I mean, there obviously is. I'm afraid a new problem has reared its head. Namely, why didn't you hear the scream yourself, Mr. Carcerato?
Yeah, what gives, pal? How come you didn't hear anything when your neighbor heard it clear as day?
To be totally honest with you, I honestly get from the pacing that there was a problem, but I didn't actually register that problem.
What do you think I did? The crime or something, huh? I'm inside of this here cell. Guy died over in the workshop, in case you forgot. Yeah, it does seem a little weird, now that you mention it. He's right, neither of us could have done it. Because let me tell you, if I could get out of this here cage and murder somebody, you'd all be toast. Ain't that the truth? You bums ain't leaving this place in one piece if any of us can help it. I almost forgot that these men are hardened criminals. Well, I won't be doing that again anytime soon. I'm guessing this wasn't how you saw this going, Edgeworth. What's my next move here? I won't get much more out of them in this state. Overruled.
Overruled?
Who's there?
A vampire? I don't know. A judge, by the look of it. Order in the court.
Who died and you made you the boss of me, huh? Can't you see we're kind of busy here?
Hush now. Silence is golden.
It is?
Your hand, if you please. By the power vested in me, I hereby sentence you to blissful silence. Praise be, a simple life awaits you. No money, no possessions. May the goddess of justice watch over you, now and always. Guard, if you would.
Looks like you'll be spending the night in solitary, buddy. What? Come on, please, boss. Any place but there.
There is no need to be afraid, my child. If anything, you should rejoice. This is a blessing, a chance to redeem yourself, to be reborn.
No!
Oh, goddess of justice, bless your child and keep him in your care. Oh, Holy One, we give thanks in your name.
And you are?
Verity Gavel, at your service. It is my honor to bear the title of judge and to work at the pleasure of the law.
And what is a judge doing in a place like this?
Since you ask, Mr. Edgeworth, I have been sent here to find you. I come bearing a message from the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, and it is my sacred duty to deliver it. The Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence? What the heck is that? It is first and foremost a name that should not be taken in vain, my child. For it is a sacred phrase from the goddess of justice herself.
Why don't I fill you in, kiddo? The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job it is to keep our beloved prosecutors honest. In other words, they make sure people like Edgeworth here don't cross the professional line. The panel is comprised of people from both the legal and political professions. A panel of which you are a member, I assume.
I am. Allow me to thank you on the committee's behalf for your service.
Thanks for coming to see us, Lardis. Speaking for myself, it's a real honor to meet you. It's always great to hang with a judicial compadre. Come on, bring it in and chillax. We're all friends here.
Overruled.
Need I remind you that the committee has a long-standing relationship with the Bar Association?
Hey, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just trying to lighten the mood, okay?
So, your job is to find bad prosecutors and punish them? Precisely, my child. Praise be to the goddess of justice for bestowing her gift of insight unto you. The committee has the power to remove problematic prosecutors from cases. And should a prosecutor truly unworthy of the title be brought to our attention, we are vested with the power to confiscate that prosecutor's badge.
And what is the committee for prosecutory whatever you said? What with Mr. Edgeworth? We're in the middle of an investigation here.
Objection!
Pitiful! You really don't know, do you? What an ignoramus.
And who are you, pal?
A winner. Eustace Winner. Prosecutor extraordinaire. Though you might know me as just the Winner, a name they call me down the prosecutor's office. With great affection, I might add.
Everyone's posh in justice. Just go with the accent. I have never heard of you.
And how about Detective Flatfoot over there?
Nope. Name means nothing to me.
Well, it's to be expected of an ignoramus, I suppose. Ignorance is sweet, as they say, so I'm sure most things mean sweet nothings to you.
Ignorance is bliss, Winner, and I don't think sweet nothings means what you think it means.
It's entirely natural that you aren't yet acquainted. Eustace only joined us just last month.
So he's nothing but a rookie.
I'm not just any rookie, I am a winning rookie. Which he will prove himself to be in due time. Now let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. What do you mean? What mess?
I fear I know exactly what he means. The committee's sending an envoy with a new prosecutor in tow. I suspect I know what you're getting at, Winner. But I'm going to need a few more details. Would you mind explaining, Judge Gavel?
Very well. By the power vested in me by the goddess of justice, I hereby declare that in the matter of the incident at the presidential address and the murder of Mr. Bronco Knight, the committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict.
What? Mr. Edgeworth is off the case! Just like that! Judge Cavell, I believe I asked for an explanation.
No explanation is required. The guilty verdict is in. The goddess has spoken and her judgment is final.
Objection!
And what exactly have I done to warrant being taken off the case?
Come now, Mr. Edgeworth. Claiming ignorance of your crimes will not serve to lessen your guilt. You boarded the presidential plane, violating the principle of extraterritoriality. And while there, you performed an unsanctioned investigation and subjected a visiting foreign leader to questioning. You were one wrong move away from causing a major international incident. You vastly overstepped the authority of your office. To call it an abuse of power would be no understatement.
Objection!
I don't deny that I may have pushed the boundaries where certain rules were concerned. There is also no denying that certain risks must be taken if one is to arrive at the truth. I refuse to concede that my actions were inappropriate.
Overruled.
Then what you are saying is that the ends justify the means, that rules can be freely ignored. That is a very dangerous way of thinking. The law is absolute. It is not to be bent to your whims.
Forgive me, but not all of us believe as you do.
Is that so? How unfortunate. Still, it changes nothing. When a trial ends, the hammer falls. Be you defendant or attorney, even if the verdict seems irrational, nothing more can be done. Nothing, that is, but to give thanks for the goddess of justice's divine grace. Unless you wish to appeal. To do so would be to risk your badge, of course.
So they mean to take my badge if I don't play along. Whoa, tough break, Edgeworth!
I see you've accepted your fate. Good. Guards, if you would be so kind as to escort him out.
No, stop! What are you doing, detective? I'm in charge here now, so you'll do as I say and move out of the way. What, you're not the boss of me?
Unluckily for you, Flatfoot, that's exactly what I am.
They're holding all the cards here. I don't stand a chance. Detective Gumshoe, do as Mr. Winner says. But, sir! Judge Cavell.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
The committee's decision is beyond the rational, so yes, I do plan to appeal. You haven't heard the last of this.
Duly noted. Until we meet again, then.
Let's go, Kay. We're leaving.
Right.
Oh, and remember, you know who will be getting a full report on all of this. To be continued indeed. And now we're at our save progress spots yet again, are we? With that said and with that done, we end at a climactic moment on the first part of our second case. Edgeworth's prosecutorial badge is at risk. His job, his livelihood. How will he afford all the fancy ruffles that he affords if he loses it? I don't know. From hero to zero, in the blink of an eye, how will we continue this investigation when we're off the case entirely? Tune in next time to maybe find out. Until then, I say, bye-bye.